My best friend ended our 12-year friendship with a brief voicemail the week before my wedding. I don't know how to move on without closure. We've been best friends since high school and have talked nearly every day for 12 years. Even after I moved across the country twice, we stayed close. I was her maid of honor 7 months ago, and she was supposed to be mine. Then she abruptly ended our friendship last week with a scripted voicemail. Some background: I was diagnosed with BPD at 20, which helped explain a lot of unhealthy behaviors I had in my teens, especially compulsive lying. Through therapy and a medicated brain, I've made huge strides. I'm now able to call myself out in the moment, apologize, and try to repair trust when I slip up. My therapist also suggested the phrase "slow your thoughts" and "focus on the truth" for my friends to use when they're unsure if I'm being honest. It's embarrassing when said out loud in a group, but it's also been helpful. My friend knew about this and had used it in the past, always with kindness. She knew me years before I was diagnosed, when I had no coping skills and was deep in teenage insecurity. I've made a point to clarify past lies whenever they come up, especially stuff from high school, and I've taken full accountability. I know I was the main reason for a rocky foundation of our friendship, but I had thought we had made great progress strengthening it. Our overall values have always aligned. Our actions just didn't always support them. 2 weeks ago, we went on my bachelorette trip. While we were there, she shared a few embarrassing high school stories I had previously admitted were lies, and she did it in front of everyone. It felt intentional and, honestly, humiliating. When I asked her about it later, she said she was just anxious because she didn't know the group well. These were my cousins, sorority sisters, and other college friends. They all are also aware of my struggles with telling tales, but also know it's something I'm constantly working on. I figured it was her awkwardness and let it go. Then the next morning, I found out she called my mom. She told her about us getting drunk the night before and brought up things from my past: drugs, one-night stands, sneaking out of the house. My mom was confused and concerned. I'm 28, and she doesn't care about the details of high school and college as long as I'm healthy, safe, and making better choices now. Her only comment was, if I had known in the moment with any of it, I would have helped you sooner. I called my friend to try to talk about why she felt the need to involve my mom. No response. I texted her twice over the next day, and even sent her photos from the trip, trying to open the door to talk. Nothing. 2 full weeks passed with silence. Then, on the day of my final walkthrough with wedding vendors, a day she had access to on the shared schedule and was supposed to be at, she called and left me a 60-second voicemail. In it, she said she was stepping down as matron of honor and that we should no longer be friends. It was clearly scripted. She then sent the exact same message to my fiancé and my mom. I called and texted her, once each, after that. I wasn't going to blow up her phone, but I did want a conversation. I wanted to understand. Since then, I've spoken to my other friends from the trip. They told me she had pulled several of them aside individually during the weekend to complain that she didn't get enough alone time with me. She also shared more embarrassing stories about me from when I was 16 or 17. The general consensus was that I hadn't done anything wrong during the trip itself, but her energy was off and she seemed like she was trying to prove something. I'm not mad that the friendship ended. I understand people grow apart. What's hurting me is how it ended. No warning. No conversation. 2 weeks of silence, followed by a cold, rehearsed message the week before my wedding. I thought our friendship could survive the past, especially since we had grown and supported each other through so much. She was supposed to stand next to me at the altar. Now she won't even respond to a text. I know I haven't been a perfect friend. I know my past issues may have been exhausting. But I also know I've grown, always been there for her, and I've tried to make amends when I've hurt people. I really believed our friendship had weathered the hardest parts already. Now I'm less than a week away from my wedding, trying to focus on joy and celebration, but I keep coming back to this massive sense of grief and confusion. I don't know what changed. I don't know if something happened that weekend that pushed her over the edge. I just wish she would have talked to me. Even a final conversation would have helped me move on. How do I handle this lack of closure? Especially when I want to be present and happy for my wedding.